Hey, welcome back to the Spark Konnect podcast, where we explore how artists and athletes shape the way we show up, speak, and connect. Today's conversation might stretch you a bit. My guest, Traci L. Brown, brings a background in competitive cycling, along with her work as a body language expert, focusing on reading behavior, detecting deception, and making fast, confident decisions. She's bold, she's direct, and she does not hold back. And I'll be honest, there were moments in this conversation that challenged me, not because they were wrong, but because they pushed against how I usually think about connection, communication, and interpretation. And I think that's exactly why this conversation matters. Because growth doesn't always come from hearing what we already believe. It comes from being willing to sit with something different. So as you listen, I invite you to stay open. Take what resonates, question what doesn't, and pay attention to what this conversation brings up for you, because that might be where the real insight is. Here's my conversation with Traci L. Brown. All right. Well, hello. It's a special thing when you get to meet someone from someone else who you respect and care about deeply. And that is my guest today, somebody that I've been introduced to and I'm meeting and I'm so excited to learn more about. I've watched a little bit of some of her videos and learned about things that are happening. And so I just can't wait to get into Traci Brown's interview. And so without further ado, Traci L. Brown, could you introduce yourself? What you do, and also your form of, let's call it athleticism as well.
Oh, got it. Okay. So I'm a body language expert and behavior analyst. And in a past life, I was a professional bike racer.
Oh my gosh. And I love just immediately body language expert, professional bike racer. And there's so much that's going on that's so connected there right away. So tell us about your work you do. You are an incredible speaker. I am mesmerized from the moment I pressed play on everything that I've seen so far in preparation for meeting you today. But tell us about that work and how you got into that. And then we'll get into the cycling side of things as well.
Well, it's all interconnected. So I started reading body language without knowing it, just so I could win bike races and not even win to start, just to even keep up. I had some teammates you've probably heard about, Lance Armstrong and his pals, and there's no joke, they're really fast. And so I couldn't keep up just on strength alone. And so I started to understand that people were broadcasting exactly what was on their mind, exactly how they were feeling, and exactly what was going to happen next. But I had to learn that so that I could begin to react to what was about to happen before it happened. And then I had a chance. And I was able, I got into the mental side of sports. I became a hypnotist because it worked so well for me, and an NLP practitioner. I studied with kahunas in Hawaii. And the basis of all of that is being able to read people and understand what they're really thinking without saying, right? Because I saw clients, and that's exactly what you do. People, any kind of therapy that people go to, it boils down to one thing: people come to you to talk them out of their problem. That's it. and and I mean that's all there is. And so you have to understand what the problem really is and where they really are with things, so that you can do that. Now, I decided I wanted to speak because it would be a much better financial model. And
Then hypnotist.
oh yeah, because no one wants to go to a therapy. They just don't, right? And
Yeah.
if I could see a client for $200 an hour, I would rather make that hour. I'd rather make $15,000 or $20,000 in that hour. So there was a little bit of that, but I never planned on being a body language expert. It just was the thing that people gravitated to most.
Okay.
And so I was like, all right, great, let's run with it. And down the line, I ended up being able to study with police and military. And lie detection is far and away the thing people are most interested in. And so that's what I teach. It's not always about gotcha moments. It's really not about that at all. It's about, how do you understand what people aren't telling you, like when they're uncomfortable, when they're holding back information that can be material to informing your most critical decisions.
Oh.
So that's the angle that I have on it. And, I do a fair bit of work in the financial in insurance world because not catching the signs can be very expensive. They're like a lot of zeros before the decimal point, but a lot of other areas too, like customer service and oh gosh, you name it. And there's very few
Yeah.
industries I probably haven't worked in at
Yeah.
this
Well, there's
point.
a lot of fraud out there. My goodness. A lot of
Mhm.
opportunity. So I'm interested, you said, so from cycling with, you just dropped Lance Armstrong in there and that he's very fast. You know what you made me immediately think of when you said that? My friend at some point rescued some greyhounds, dogs, the greyhounds. And I remember when she first got them, they're beautiful, majestic animals. But I remember just going to the park with her so they could run. And just, couldn't catch my breath because they are so fast. They are just
Mhm.
so fast. And of course, people do all the stuff that they do with them to race them. And these were rescues from that. But just
Mhm.
to see them and to see what it really meant and how fast they are, I just immediately thought of the greyhounds running around. And of course, I know they're fast. But when I actually saw them, I was like, I couldn't breathe. It was so incredible. And I thought about that when you said that. He was very fast.
Well, yeah, and it is incredible to see top athletes perform. I mean, at the Olympic Training Center, I spent a lot of time training there, and in any sport, it's so cool to watch the athletes and talk to them. Like team handball. Like whoever has thought of team handball? Well, nobody until they show up for lunch at the cafeteria and you're talking to them, and then you get to go see them a little bit. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
It's
But
incredible.
it's just not on TV as much, so you don't think about it.
Right, you just don't know. That is so incredible. And so did you do cycling when you were, like, growing up, and that's how you landed in that
I
world, or
started when I was 14 and I finished when I was, I mean, I still ride all the time, but I retired at 26.
Okay, okay. And you're training for that, and then you said from there you ended up looking at, because you were looking into the mental side of the sport to be able to be as
Mhm.
fast, and that led to the hypnotist?
Yeah, yeah. I ended up getting really good results with hypnosis and neurolinguistics. Like towards the end of my career, I was like, oh wait, this is something I could like help other people do. So
Okay.
that's how it came about.
Okay. So how is, and forgive me for not, I don't know a whole lot about that world. I mean, certainly I know what it is, but I don't know a whole lot. So forgive me about this question here if it's completely off base. But when people talk about like manifesting the life that you want to live and, positive thinking and all the power of that, like how closely related to hypnotist theories and approaches is that?
Well, let me explain how I think about it. So there's traditional sports psychology, which tells you how to think. It tells you what to think about, and it's. I got a little bit of results with it, but I'll tell you what: when you're going 50 miles an hour down a hill with 100 other people right around you, and you got a sharp left that goes into an alley, and the road actually like shrinks, so there's no way everybody can fit in there all at once. There's not time to think about what not to think about, and so hypnosis and neurolinguistics is really really powerful, so you just have a different thought, right? So the visual of it, it's like, okay, so let's say all your thoughts are like a cake, right? Like a cake. And then sports psychology with the best of intent tells you, it's like, great, just put a different icing on the cake.
Mm,
Well, you still got a cake that's crummy, right? And so what these other tools do is allow you to bake a different cake so that that you're at choice as to how you think, and that the thoughts are automatic. And that is the key to real power. It doesn't matter if you're in sports or not. It's to manifest whatever you want. If you got a cake that's gross, it's not going to come to fruition for you.
right. Yeah.
Um,
I love this analogy because I actually do a lot of cake baking and decorating. So
oh, good.
landed completely like, yeah, you just can't fix that. It doesn't taste good.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
You need a new one, new flavor, new combo.
Mhm.
That's incredible. So you certified in that to help other people because you found that it helped you? Is that what you had said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw clients for years and years and years, and that's how I got really good at
Okay.
it. And it also I needed to make more money, because it turns out when like psychology and chiropractic both very very interesting business models, because they want to see you 30 to 50 times. And if someone comes into you and they get results in 1 or 2 sessions, they don't come back.
Right.
And so that's a problem.
Not a ongoing business. It's a I have to get new clients all the time kind of business. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard. Interesting though. It's very, very cool. As you were describing the when you're, going down and you're gonna take the corner and it's very small, it made me think about what it can feel like when we're speaking, when we're on the stage. Like it can be maybe not that intense, but you just don't know what's coming at you and it can change in any moment. But I don't know, was there any connection there for you? Like how does it do you ever find yourself, I'm in the race right now, but you're actually on the stage?
No.
No, it
Speaking
doesn't.
is, very, very rarely. When I've been on stage at the National Speakers Association, I'll get a similar kind of feeling, like, especially if I'm on a new script and it's very high stakes. But other than that, I mean, I know what questions people are gonna ask, what order to ask them in. I know, knock on wood, I've had the AV meltdown. The only thing I have no, I've even had the fire alarm go off,
Yeah.
I haven't had a tornado or I haven't had an active shooter,
Man, yeah, we don't want that.
knock on wood for that. But other than that, speaking, you have to prep. And if you're
Yeah.
not willing to prep, you should probably not. And I hate it. I hate practicing my talk. I despise it. It is so lonely, and um I don't like it.
I appreciate you saying it because it is the weirdest thing to be walking through the world. Like I try to like even just walk around the yard and do it because if I'm doing it in the space right here, it's so strange.
Mhm. Oh, it's terrible. I'll drive. I tried to get my dog to sit on the couch, and she was like, "I'm out."
I just don't care. Yeah. Even my cat is like, no, you're bothering me. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
It's a terrible life, that moment of
Yeah.
it, but we have to do it. You got to do it. You got to like, why did I say it that way? And sometimes I say, oh, I said it that way because I'm alone. So it gets
Well,
in this
yeah.
weird. Yeah.
So I like to know what's going to happen, and then like if I know my part, I can deal with the variables that
Yeah.
go on generally.
Do you think that comes from your life in cycling at all? Like, what are you doing? Your training as a cyclist. How does that show up in the way that you perform your speech?
Well, probably just I get to talk about bike racing, which is great. But, just confidence. I mean, when I figured out, like, because people are like, oh, you get nervous before races. Like, well, no. I mean, well, I did. I used to. Because, like, okay, so why? Okay, so let's talk about how nervousness gets structured, right? And that's putting events in the future and expecting a negative outcome, right? So why not expect a positive outcome? And here's the deal. When I stopped being nervous, I'll tell you exactly how I stopped being nervous before bike races. When you understand that you're going to line up on the line, they're going to shoot a gun, and then you go, that's exactly what's going to happen. There's
Mm.
nothing else going to happen, and you'll figure it out along the way. And so that's it. That's all there is. And so if it's raining on everyone. It's not just raining on you. If it's hot on everyone. If it's windy, well, you can be crafty and stay out of the wind. Speaking is great because it's the same kind of thing. The clock ticks around, they shoot the gun, and you go up on stage, and that's it.
What's going to happen? They're going to say, go up there, and that's what you're going to do.
Yeah. So there's really nothing to be. I mean, there's not like it's not like they're going to release tigers in there you're going to run from or something. Like it's not that way. And so if you know what you're going to say, and you're actually an expert, and if you're not actually an expert in what you're talking about, because that's easy to chase shiny things, I would suggest not speaking on that. you know
I love how
because
simple you make this. Like you're like, stop it. You're reminding me of. Do you remember that old? Gosh, was it the Newhart show? And he
Mhm.
comes in for. There's a woman who comes in for therapy, and he's like, I'm just going to give you two words. Do you know this whole episode?
I don't know it.
It's
No,
funny. It's
I,
a
I
long time
remember. I
ago.
remember Newhart. I
I
remember
think
it.
it's Newhart. Yeah, and he says. She's like, but I have big problems. And he's like, well, I'm just going to give you two words and it's going to take care of it. And he's like, she goes, how could it just be two words? And he's like, I'm pretty certain it'll work and it'll be the answer for all your problems. And she's like, but I'm scared of this and I'm worried about this. He's like, I know, I got two words. And she's like, should I take notes? And he goes, I think you're going to be able to remember them. And she's like, okay, are you ready? And he's like, all right. And he goes, I charge by the minute, by the way. And like he's going through this whole thing in his style. And ultimately he's like, are you ready? And she says, I'm ready. And he goes, stop it.
Yeah, it's
And
true.
I think
I mean,
you're him.
I've worked with so many clients who make stopping it very, very difficult on
Right.
themselves. And, like with the weight loss clients, I've had people lose so much weight. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? Put down the cookie. Just How about it?
Hard for people to get it. I know you're a very strong person, Tracy. It's amazing. I mean, the strength that you just exude. And I wonder, like, it's probably why you became an athlete. You probably are already like this, and then becoming an athlete and being an athlete, just it all just manifests in its way. It's really cool.
I don't know. It's whatever. I don't know. Chicken and the egg. I don't know.
Yeah. I can't help but bring up, I love you. You got a line. You help people recognize those that are lying to them. And it's just too fun for me to not talk about it. I want everyone to hear about this. I saw you do that, the fire, and then the, or liar,
Oh, liar, liar, pants on fire.
pants
Yeah,
on fire in the audience.
I trademarked it. I own it.
Yeah, that's so great. Tell us a little bit about that, just how that, what that's about in your speech and how that plays out with the audience and what you do with them. Cause I just loved
Mm.
watching it. It was excellent.
Well, good. Yeah. My whole talk is branded around liar, liar, pants on fire. So my slides are very intricate. They melt from time to time. When it's time, I do call and response with the audience. I go liar, liar. They say
Pants on fire. I love it. I mean,
exactly
I'm
right.
obsessed. I want to be in the audience. I got to tell you.
Yeah, yeah. So it all kind of comes together, but it's that branding. And some people, I've had people and they say, well, we need you to do your talk, but we don't want you to say the word liar. And I'm like, look, I'm not for you. Like this is, we're gonna call it like it is. If you would like a redevelopment fee, we could, that would be a lot of money.
Redevelopment fee. Oh, like, let's brand you differently than who you are. We want you, but we don't want you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Right.
then you want me.
Yeah, I know. And so I've had to say no like a couple times to things like that. And that's okay because I know who I am, and my talk is big and loud, and we're not going to hold back, and we're going to laugh a lot. And I got magic tricks, and I got things I can't tell the fire department about ahead of time. It's better to ask forgiveness.
Yeah.
So
I think the title of this episode is "Call It Like It Is." I love.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, let's just do it. I think we can overthink, and I think you can overanalyze a lot of things. And at the end of the day, you know what? The question is, do you know what you're talking about, and you're going to have fun doing it? And if the answer to either one of those two is no, then probably maybe a different career path
Stop
would
it.
be good. Yeah,
Change
stop
it.
it. Stop it.
Where does this confidence come from, Tracy?
People always say, they're like, what's with your confidence? I'm like, what's with you not having confidence? Like, so I listen to people, and I'm not going to say their names, but they're very popular and they make a lot more money than me, and their whole thing is about not having confidence. And these people, you know who they are, and not having confidence, getting off your ass and doing something. And it blows my mind that there's a market, like people are listening and reading these. I'm like, what? Like, I fundamentally do not understand it, and how this is so prolific. So I just don't get it. I just don't. And I'm not even going to try to get it, because I'm like, is that how our society is?
It is.
Is that we need these? Is it really?
I
I
mean,
mean, I'm like,
I'm going to tell you
who
that
are these people? They're not my friends.
I know more
Like, I
people that are looking for confidence than I know people like you. This is why I'm so interested in talking with you, because it's incredible that, like, and you know what? You're right. We need to hear from you. Like, you're completely right. Those of us out there that are lacking in confidence, or I don't know, there's a lot of people like that. Yeah.
can't even talk. Like I said, you know how they say, how I just said, if you're not an expert, don't talk about
Yeah. Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I
talk about it.
don't,
Like,
I don't get it.
that was really good. That was an excellent moment. Yeah, I mean, what about, do you have siblings, and how, like, other members in your family? Are they like you guys all, like, you're the clan of confident?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess I never thought about it. Like, I never really gave it two thoughts until some these people got prolific with their work.
I think you must have people around you, because I think about a lot of times people that aren't confident, they haven't had people around them to,
Is
when
that what it is?
growing up, to help them see that, and to learn that and have those kinds of experiences. They're sad
Mhm.
stories.
I said no concept of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really quite a beautiful thing. I mean, I certainly do come across some people sometimes. I'm thinking of my sister-in-law. She's very strong too, and I've always thought, wow, actually like, where does it come from? And I wish, I mean, I think that I'm more on the side of I don't always have it. I'm not exactly not confident, but there's definitely moments where I'm definitely not. Like I'm in the
I got
middle.
2 words for you.
I know. And I think that's hilarious and I love that and I want to believe that, but I don't fully live that all the time. And
Then just do it. Just stop
yeah,
being anything other than what is effective.
it's the whole Nike thing. Just do it.
Yeah, like, it's not it just decide. I mean, so when I was training with in Hawaii with the kahunas, it like, the you can make change really hard, or you're gonna do what you do until you're tired of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, we're all a choice. We really are. And we think we're not,
I think what
right?
happens is people make the choices and then they're vulnerable and then it doesn't work out and they get hurt or they have an experience that is something they can't get over for whatever reason. It's like it just brings up the concept of vulnerability and I'm wondering like what the change is. Like why are some people when they are vulnerable able to get through that where other people become now that was too much for me.
Okay, so you got 2 choices. Because, like, confidence doesn't mean you don't fail. You know how much stuff I fail at? Like, so much stuff. Who cares? Keep going. You gotta find what works. And if you're gonna stop, then you know what? Then it's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead and stop. And that's what you're gonna be stuck there. That's what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna Tracy, can I have like a daily check-in with you where you can just be like, are you gonna stop it yet? Like I need you in my circle all the time to remind me, stop it.
Well, I mean, so I do have a lot of confidence, and that can lead to its own set of problems. I mean, it's not perfect over here. Like, if I'm like, "What could possibly go wrong?" Like,
Yeah, I love this. I love it.
but I end up in some pretty interesting places because I just decided to pick up the phone and call someone or make something happen, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, just I mean, for real, there's no like I said, there's no point in being lack of confidence is just ridiculous. Like, just keep going. Just keep
Okay.
going until something
I
works.
love this. I love it. Is there I know that you are a body language expert, and I'm wondering if there's anything that like what's like one key thing that people do when they're lying that you can share with us?
One of the things that I've really attuned myself to over the last year is someone's blink rate.
Someone's
And
blink rate?
yeah, your blink rate. So you don't have any control over your blink rate. Like you can control it for maybe 4 or 5 seconds.
I'm
And it's
blinking a whole bunch right now because I'm thinking about it.
right. So that's an indicator of stress. And so these signs of deception, there's no like sign of deception. We can call it that, but it's really a sign of stress.
Okay.
And so your blink rate will indicate it shows stress right away.
So people
Whether
blinking
it's
more, they're more stressed. It's like
yeah, they're more
connected
stressed.
to
But if they don't blink at all, they may be under threat. And so watch when you see people being interviewed about something that's potentially very incriminating, they may stop blinking. Like their blink rate may go down to like 3 or 4 a minute. And that's how you know it's like, oh wait, they're under threat. Right now, here's the thing is that it's easy to try to judge people like good or bad or right or wrong. Okay, you want to get away from that. As soon as you try to put them in a box, you're going to fail to see everything else that's going on for them.
okay.
And so what you want to do is go, huh, that's interesting behavior. I wonder how that got created.
Okay. Yeah.
And so when you can take your so you really have to be clear enough within yourself to be in a place of curiosity instead of judgment. And so anyway, blink rate, like start to watch for it. It took me a while to get to where I was continually noticing it, but man, it is really cool.
Very interesting. Did it impact your own blinking? Like you said, we can't control that ourselves, but did you start thinking about your own when you were watching others?
No,
Okay.
why? Right?
It
Like
goes back
why would
to
I
the
do that?
stop it thing. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, I can't help but notice behind you over your what is that, left shoulder? Are you also a, musician?
Oh yeah, that's my banjo. So I am learning to play the banjo. And I can play like a couple little I'm not very good, but I'm much better at guitar and I'm way better than that at keyboard. So anyway, it's just kind of a fun thing I'm
Yeah,
learning. Yeah.
I love that. I love bluegrass music anyway. My whole
Hmm.
family is from West Virginia.
There you go. Okay.
A lot of that kind of sound influences my life, and
Mhm.
I love it. Couldn't love it more. And the banjo is a beautiful sound. I think it gets a
I think
bad
so too.
yeah, it has the bad rep at the one movie, but then when you get beyond all of that, then you get into, wow, that was a banjo? That was so beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton of that. So it's really nuanced and it's in some sense like easier to play than a guitar, and in some sense like really a lot harder. So anyway, just learning something
Yeah.
fun. Mhm.
What makes the banjo in some sense easier, in some sense harder than the guitar?
Well, the banjo, well, the strings are lighter weight, and you only got four of them, 4 to 5, depending on where you are on the fretboard. And then you got these rolls that you got to do with your right hand, and so that it's great if it's in the same order, but then you can change. They'll change like mid. Uh, I don't know. They can change a lot to get to where you need to go, and so um.
Yeah, when you think of the
Anyway,
sound of the banjo, there is a very circular sound that comes out of
mhm,
that music to me.
yeah, I like it.
There's something about it that feels like it's rolling, it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. Well, I can play the Beverly Hillbillies theme.
Excellent. You didn't go for that other one from that one movie as your first thing to learn.
No, no, that one and Rainbow Connection's a good one. I'm working on.
Of course. Yeah, I did a little dance to that when I was a kid, the Rainbow
Yeah,
Connection. Love that.
me and Kermit.
Yeah, that's great. What else is on your other shoulder then too? There's a little character with a blue outfit on I see back there.
Is hang on, let me go get it. I just got it. Okay, so this is the I spoke at the US Swim Schools Association, so the people who own swim schools, and this was one of the vendors, Jackrabbit Swim. I don't know what Jackrabbit Swim does, but this is a jackrabbit in a swimsuit and I love it.
It's
And I was
adorable.
like, can I have this?" And they were like, "Yeah, take it home."
It's a really cute suit. It's also kind of looks like a cycling suit too if you didn't have the goggles on, doesn't it? No?
This is definitely not going to get you very far on a bike.
Oh, because usually you have the sleeves on on the cycling suit too.
You got sleeves, you got shorts, you got
All
all.
right, all right, all right.
Yeah, not this. No, this is for sure. This jackrabbit is gonna swim.
Got it. Safe to say I maybe haven't paid attention to the clothing of the cyclists. I'm watching the bike and the movement more.
No, you're gonna have to. You're gonna. And what you should do, you should go watch American Flyers. It's an awesome cycling movie. It's got Kevin Costner,
Okay.
and it's a fun one. It was filmed here in Boulder. A lot of it in Boulder, Colorado, here where I am.
Very cool. Very cool. I love it. Thank you for showing us that. Do you think that are there things that come up for you, like, do you that are connected to you as a cyclist when you are on the stage? Like, are there ever moments where you're like, "Oh, I'm good at this because I'm already good at that."
Well, I mean, I think confident. I mean, your mind generalizes, right? So if you're good at one thing, you're gonna like it's gonna transfer that to anything that you try, right? So
Okay.
yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to hear from me? Like I am blown away. Like when people say no, I'm like, are you serious? And I get rejected all the time, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you can let people keep lying to you. That's fine.
I love this so much. It's incredible. What a cool angle you have, and, like, you're so right, actually. Why do you not wanna hear from me? You want
Yeah,
to be
like
keep
who wouldn't? Apparently, there's a lot of them.
There's a mindset there that is so I think that too, like people who have leaned into the athletic side of life, that have become athletes that are athletes, they know the importance of just taking care of your body and how that helps to inform your mindset and then what that can do for every other aspect of your life. And I know this to be true because I didn't do it as a kid growing up. I was that kid. I came up in the world of kickball, and so for me it was picked last, hit first. That was me. And then I would go and cry. Right, this little thing that would cry, and that's what happened. Right, and so then I got this feeling of like, well, sports is bad. People don't want me to be part of it because I was a little weakling. Right. But as I grew up and I'm in a different place today, I'm like in the gym every day. I love lifting weights. And like what has done for my body and like now I am that person who's like, "Yes, coach." And I was never that person, but there's so much benefit from all of it and the way that it shows up in every other aspect of my life is just incredible and I feel like, "Dang, I missed out. Missed out on being an athlete when I was a kid?"
Well, it's never too late, right? Everything happens right on time. So, I mean, staying fit is important because it's part of my brand. I don't want to show up and be all flabby. But also, I mean, even just like surviving the plane travel and being in the airport, like being strong, like through that and being more fit. I mean, it makes a huge difference. So,
Cute. And being able to sleep and be able to like the water and the way that we just nourish our entire selves, you know.
hmm yeah, yeah, like just try, like not being perfect by any stretch, but trying to paying attention
Yeah,
and like not going to McDonald's. Uh,
right. It's true.
like all of that, like taking just a little bit because after I retired, I'll tell you, I like Taco Bell. I like it a lot, and
I mean, of all of
I
them, that's the good one.
yeah, I know,
Even
but
though Canada won't permit it in the country, that's a good
yeah,
one.
well, anyway. So, but here's the thing. I was going to Taco Bell. In the same parking lot as Taco Bell was a Whole Foods. And so I just made this deal with myself. Like wherever I am on the road, wherever I am, and you're going, there's always a better choice somewhere close. Like almost always. Not, I mean, if you're in the middle of nowhere, Iowa, that's different. But most of the time, there's a better choice, right? So just kind of make it. Even like if you're in the airport, right? And you're walking by the Starbucks and they have those muffins, and they're in that little tissue paper, and you're like, oh my God, they look so good. You know what? You know what's right next to the muffins? A banana.
Yeah.
If you look, it's
The egg
there.
bites at Starbucks, very healthy too.
Yeah, yeah. The egg bites. I haven't read the labels, but they're tasty and
Yeah, they're
they're
pretty
better
good.
than some stuff you can probably get. Yeah.
Yeah, I carry packets of protein powder with me too. I have my favorite protein powders as backup because I can always grab a bottle of water and put that in there if I had to.
Yeah, my husband is big on I did so much of that when I was racing. I try not to do. I get it. But I try not to like. I try to just have regular food.
Well, yes, I'm just saying if regular food's not available, it's like at least I have that rather than grabbing French fries.
Yeah. I have oatmeal packs in my bag, and also those tuna packs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those can work. I mean, tuna has its own set of challenges, but it can work too.
Yeah, so many options. Well, usually I ask people to teach us something at the end, but you've already taught us so much throughout the
Good.
blinking and just different things around the way we can get our set, how to get more confident by just stopping it. There were so many things that have come up today. It's just been such a joy and a pleasure to be with you and to learn from you and to be around the energy of just make it happen, keep
Yeah,
going.
that's what I do, and I'll tell you, I have some big things on the horizon that I
Yes,
am.
tell us about what you got coming, and also how can we get in touch with you and learn more about where we can catch you next?
Got it. So what I would suggest is signing up for my newsletter, and I will send you the link so you can put it in the show notes
Perfect.
or whatever you want. And so my newsletter has the highest open rate at Constant Contact, and people really like it. That is where I will announce my big announcement that I cannot announce yet.
Excellent.
So it is huge. You are going to want to get involved. You are going to want to get the jump on people, and it is unlike anything that's ever been done in this speaking world.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I have to know what this is. How long do we have to wait?
I don't know. If I knew, I would tell you and being announcing it.
Okay.
So I don't quite. I just don't quite know yet. I don't know
I got
yet.
you. But the key thing is get on the newsletter because we will know as
As soon as I can, yeah, you
yeah.
will. You will know, and I will be screaming it out. And we're gonna break the internet with this whole thing. Yeah.
I can't wait. I am so obsessed. I can't wait. Tracy, it's been such a pleasure and a delight, and it's just been full of energy. Thank you so much for spending time with us today at this group.
Well, thanks for having me. This is great.
So great. We'll see you soon. That's your spark. Now go light something up. And hey, if this episode lit you up, share it with a friend, a fellow facilitator, or someone who needs a little more connection in their day. Be sure to follow the Spark Konnect so you don't miss what's next. We've got more brilliant voices, bold ideas, and heart-forward conversations coming your way. Until then, stay curious, stay brave, and keep showing up.